Sparklines are tiny in-cell charts. You can use them to show a simple chart of some data inside a worksheet cell. Here we have 6 months of sales results for the offices in 4 eastern states. I want to create sparkline charts here for these to show the results for each office over the period of time. I also want to be able to see if there's a pattern for each office, and I want to be able to compare the offices with each other. It's important to be clear about what you want to see on the sparkline charts before you create them. This way you can ensure that you set up your charts so that they show you what it is that you want to see. I'm going to start by selecting over the data area. In this situation, all I want is the data, not the column headings or the row headings. Then I'm going to choose Insert, and then I'm going to click one of these sparkline options. I'm going to create a column, and typically you'll use line or columns. I'm being asked to confirm the data that I want to use, and I'll make sure that the range B2 all the way through to H8 is what's selected here, and Excel wants me to tell it where the sparklines are to be placed. I'm going to move the dialog out of the way. I'm clicked in this area, so I can just click and drag over the area that I want the charts to be added to. And now I'm ready. I'll click OK. And Excel creates these small sparkline charts inside the cell for me. Before I call this good, I'm going to need to make some changes to these sparkline charts. You may not realize it because it is a little bit easy to overlook it, but the LA area values are really quite large. But they're being seen as being the same size as the Washington values, which are much, much smaller. Right now, these sparkline charts have different axes, and I want them to be able to be compared with each other, so I want them to use the exact same axis. With the charts selected from the Sparkline Tools Design tab, I'm going to click the Axis option. And what I want to do is to make sure that the vertical axis minimum value is the same for all sparklines. And so too is the vertical axis maximum value the same for all sparklines. This now allows these sparkline charts to be compared with each other. We can see now very clearly that the LA area data is much larger than that, for example, for the Washington state. There are some other limited formatting options for sparkline charts. For example, we can select the sparkline charts and use a different color to make the chart with. We can also highlight areas of the chart. So for example, if we wanted to see the high point on each of these charts, we could color it in a red color. I'll select the red option and let's see what we've got. These red columns are the largest values in the data for each of these particular areas. So for example, this is the largest one here for San Francisco Bay Area, and the second piece of data here is the largest for the LA area. And we can do something similar with the smallest values. From the marker color drop-down list, I'll choose low point, and we'll highlight the low point in a green color. Now, because the low point values are much smaller, they may be a little bit more difficult to see. Sparklines are useful for showing trends in data, so they could be used, for example, to plot average temperatures across a year, or here, as we've seen, they can give us a quick visual indication as to how each office is progressing across the 6 months, as well as in comparison with the other offices.